I've been losing sleep. I've been keeping myself awake. I've been wandering the streets for days and days and days, road to road, bed to bed, lover to lover, in black to red. But I believe. It's Florence and the Machine. Welcome to Symptom Sundays, my series where I'm going to talk about bipolar symptoms mostly and tell some of my own stories, give a little background on typical responses and characteristics. And here we go. Today's episode is on reckless spending. This is a manic symptom. It goes along with the lack of inhibitions, the impulsivity, feeling like what you want, you need, and not thinking about the consequences. That voice in your head that's like, maybe not, is just turned off. In the paragraph where the DSM-5 talks about this, it says, the expansive mood, excessive optimism, grandiosity, and poor judgment often lead to reckless involvement in activities such as spending sprees, giving away possessions, reckless driving, foolish business investments, and sexual promiscuity that is unusual for the individual, even though these activities are likely to have catastrophic consequences. The individual may purchase many unneeded items without the money to pay for them, and in some cases give them away. I looked around on some of the bipolar subreddits to see what is most common for people to spend on during manias, and this is what I found. The most common was cosmetics and clothes. Now this goes along with another symptom of bipolar is that you typically dress, it says in the DSM-5, more flamboyantly. Yeah, you dress very expressively. After that, hobby stuff is very, very common. Buying things for hobbies you plan to do, common for athletic hobbies and for creative hobbies. This makes sense for a bipolar mania because you have a lot of extra energy. Doing physical activities is attractive, and the creative side, you have so many more ideas. You want to just express yourself in any way you can. Pens, notebooks, stationery, and sketchbooks. So again, items that are used to express oneself. Books are also common. When you're manic, you have like a thirst for more knowledge to smash together with all the other knowledge to create new ideas. Also on the list, food, especially food items that you haven't cooked with before. Just that experimentation, it's another creative thing to do. Those are the most common. Often people can run into debt, sometimes racking up thousands of dollars of debt in a week or two. And it's not very fun. So I have some of the stuff that I've accumulated during my manias here today. I am a pretty thrifty and financially conservative person in my own life, so my excessive spending might not look crazy to someone, but it is when I'm manic out of character. When I've been manic, I've gone to thrift stores. This is actually a good management method to get out some of those impulses to buy things. But I bought like dresses, like this, just like things that I probably wouldn't wear normally. If you watched my music video, it's called I Think I Know What I'm Doing, Blue Hills Mania Act 1. This red capey thing that I bought at a thrift store. Also on the list, very common, cosmetics. I bought most of these nail polishes while I was manic. Before that first mania, I had owned one nail polish in my life. So unusual. Again, I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I wear those, but some of the things I have regretted. Along that line, I got these face masks. Now these, I had just seen the ads in a magazine, and this happened with a couple different things. Those, and then I got these color sprays. I felt like all the ads were for me. There was a reason I was seeing them, and the products were so perfect. Then another thing that went through my head, I don't have all of it, but I went to Christmas tree shop and bought a bunch of products for babies. I had this idea like, the products that are for babies are so simple. They're all you need. They don't have skin irritants. I'm going to get all this stuff that's for babies. That's a great idea. And I probably bought like $50 of stuff for babies. Wonderful. I bought a bunch of stuff with lavender because I knew it was calming. And this is probably one of 4 things. Another lavender item I bought. I got really into smoking while I was manic. Cigarettes first. I never really smoked in my life, and I smoked a few packs the last time I got manic. But then I was like, this is bad for my lungs, so I'm going to get herbal stuff. Lavender's very calming, so I was like, I'm going to smoke lavender. I didn't even really do a lot of research to see if it was safe. A little bit. So I got some dried lavender. A lot of it. I've smoked a tiny bit of it. It makes me very tired. I bought a crap ton of filters that I've used one of. Rolling paper. Again, a crap ton. $100 worth of essential oils at a shop in Salem, Mass. At this like witchy shop called Artemisia Botanicals. Again, lavender. Birch was in here, which, again, if you watch that music video that I made, I talk about a spray that's a drop of birch. That'll be in another video about like business ventures as a symptom, because I was going to sell this birch spray and make a ton of money in my head. Back to cosmetics. I bought a bunch of lipsticks. I've lost a few of them. And I bought in a Walgreens $100 worth of makeup. Totally uncharacteristic of me to buy anything in a Walgreens or CVS or any store like that because it's super overpriced, but I was like, no, I need this right now. And going from like almost no makeup to buying $100 worth of makeup is very uncharacteristic. Along the notebooks realm that a lot of people did, I bought some leather-bound notebooks to write in. Definitely bought this one while I was manic. I either already had this one or bought this one while I was manic. I was writing a lot in that time, which I'm very thankful for. I have a good documentation of it. I bought lots of paper that I haven't opened to do calligraphy. It was a new hobby I was planning on doing. I got pens too, calligraphy pens. There's some other pens in here, but use them like once. And more clothes. I got a purse. I got pairs of custom like $100 a piece heels. These ones, never worn them. Not custom, but like the guy at the store like stretched them for me because my feet are huge. I'm a 13 double wide in women's shoes, and no one makes like low heels for that size because I don't want high heels because I'll be like super tall. And these ones too, I've worn these once. I like them, but very out of character, spending a lot of money that I didn't have because when I bought those, pretty sure, I was in a really low paying job. I couldn't afford them. A lot of the stuff I bought while I was unemployed. Got this little guy. This is just fun and random. This was in the same purchase where I got all that baby stuff. It is kind of associated with another symptom that was during my mania. I got really spiritual in one of my manias, really into paganism. Happy Yule, by the way. That was yesterday when I was posting this. Happy winter solstice. I felt like the stag was my spirit animal, which might be a cultural appropriation to say that, so it was my power animal. I kind of got into drumming, or I got in my head that I was going to start drumming during one of my manias. It was actually hypomania, and a friend gave me this drum, which I barely used, so that's most of it. Oh, I got some tiki torches. They're still in the box. So that's what excessive spending can be like during a mania. Again, strategies people use: going to thrift stores to get out that energy, trying to force yourself to wait a day or two on any idea of something you want to buy. That's all I have basically on this symptom. Thanks for watching. If you watched last week, I talked about being really down. I'm very happily in the middle right now. Maybe a tiny bit low and anxious and stuff, but much better than last week. I'm very, very relieved to have that emotional range in the winter, because last winter I was just low, not a squiggle at all. I was telling a friend this week, I would much rather be a little worse but have up and down than be a little bit better and be flat, because I can tell myself, like, I just need to get through the day. Maybe tomorrow will be better, or I'll just make the best of where I am. But if I have weeks and weeks of it never getting better, it starts to get really, really low. So, goodbye, my beautiful NBs, my strong bipolar friends too, and all of you allies, brazen and free. So long and blessed be.